Today I'm going to make a date nut bread. I have here 1.5 cups of dates, and I've cut those into thirds, and I'm going to pour 1 cup of boiling water over them and let them set for maybe 10 minutes until they've softened the dates. And in the meantime, I have melted about 1 tablespoonful of butter, and I'm just going to butter the inside of my bread pan. And I want to thank one of our viewers who mentioned that whenever she does some of her bread, that she sprinkles the inside with cinnamon and sugar. What a great idea. So today, since it is going to be a date nut bread, we are going to sprinkle the inside of ours with brown sugar. See how that goes. We love your comments. Gives us ideas. Plus, it helps us be a better cook by you giving us ideas that you have and how you do it. That was an excellent idea. I'm just going to sprinkle a little bit on the sides, on the bottom, not very much. Maybe a little more. I got a sweet tooth. All right, and we'll just set that aside until our dates have softened. Okay, our dates have begun to soak up that warm water. And to that now I'm going to add 2 teaspoons of baking soda. And I'm just going to kind of stir that around a little bit. And let that set until the water's cooled. Okay, our dates have cooled, and as you see that they kind of bubble up a little bit, and they have formed, it's almost like a little yeast off of the sugar of the date with that baking soda together. So now we're going to put our dry ingredients together, which is going to be 1 teaspoon of salt and 2 cups of all-purpose flour. And I'm just going to set that aside. 2 large eggs. 2 tablespoonfuls of softened butter. And 1 cup packed brown sugar. And I'm going to mix that up first. Okay, I have that mixed up good. There's still a few little small pieces of butter in there, and that is okay. Now we're going to add our date mixture. Stir that in a little bit. And now our flour and salt mixture. And we're going to mix that in. Okay, I've gotten all the flour in there. You don't see any more little pockets of flour. And now I'm going to add 3/4 cups of chopped pecans. Now the recipe calls for 1/2 cup, but I like those nuts in there, so I added another 1/4 cup to it. So total of 3/4 cup of those nuts. Okay. I have preheated my oven to 350, and we're going to bake this anywhere from 60 to 70 minutes. Put that in my prepared pan. And I'll see you in 60 to 70 minutes. Okay, it has been 60 minutes, and I'm going to test that bread. It's nice and solid. Comes out, no crumbs. We're ready. Slip that out of there. Now I'm going to let it sit for 5 minutes in this pan, and then we will take it out of the pan after 5 minutes. Okay, while we're waiting our 5 minutes on our bread to cool in the pan, I'm going to take here, I have 6 tablespoonfuls of butter, and I'm just going to put that in a pan. I'm going to melt this down, and then we will add our other ingredients. Okay, our butter has come to a nice melt, and to that I'm going to add 1/4 teaspoon of vanilla. And here in my measuring cup, I have 1 cup of brown sugar and 1/4 cup of flour. And I'm just going to add that in. I'll tell you, I should have thought of it first. If I'd mixed the flour with the brown sugar good, it would have melted down better. But didn't think of it, so here we go. It's still stirred in pretty good. And as you can see, that makes a pretty nice little thick syrup there. And to that I'm going to add, I've probably got, 1/4 cup of the pecans left, and I'm just going to put them in that. Stir that up. Makes a nice thick mixture. I'm going to set that aside. This is now been 5 minutes, and I'm going to run a knife around the edge. It has pulled away from the top really good, but I don't know exactly how that is down toward the bottom, so I'm going to make sure that I've given it a good chance to come out of that pan. After all, dates can be really sticky. Now here what I've done is I've taken one of my wire cooling racks, and I've fitted it over one of my old cookie sheets. Now the cookie sheet is all stained up, scraped on and stuff, but the rack fits on it just perfect. So I kept that, and I'm going to use it then to turn my bread out on. Turn it right side up. Now it's still warm, and while it's still warm, I'm going to spoon our topping over the top. Now it doesn't matter how you do this, but I kind of like to start in the middle so I know I have plenty of good yucky stuff there. I guess we could call it gooey stuff in the middle. And then I'll just let it spread out a little bit down onto the side. Okay. I'll let this finish cooking. Or cooling. How about cooling? We've already cooked it. I'll let it finish cooling, and then we will have a slice, and we may put a little ice cream with it, or knowing me, I'll just tie into it like it is. Give it a try. I think you'll like it.